Coke. Coke is everywhere. The bright red can with the white letters, the marketing everywhere imaginable, and that sweet corn syrup taste that barely anyone can avoid. Coke even has a huge presence in my house. It's the primary soda that we stock our fridge with. But growing up, I've heard a story time and time again that this wasn't always the case. I'm sure in many people's houses it was, but not ours. According to my dad, my family used to only drink Pepsi, never Coke. Coke was the enemy. There was, however, many stories behind this Marvel vs. DC level fight. There is a mystery to be solved here, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. Coke or Pepsi?
I always go for Coke.
You go for Coke?
Always. I think Coke tastes a little better, usually. Pepsi's a little sweeter, but Coke has, I don't know, citrus kind of flavor. I just prefer the taste just a little bit.
Coke. Well, the flavors changed. They were better, Pepsi was.
So, we've established that Coke is preferred, but apparently Pepsi also used to taste better. I want to know why it was only Pepsi and never Coke.
Well, we grew up having only Pepsi. When you went to the grocery store and when you were bringing the stuff into your house, as a union man, you couldn't be seen bringing Coke in.
Okay, what is this union you speak of?
If you're a member of the union, you go to the union hall to get your work. So if I got laid off of one job, you go down there and get the next one.
It's organized labor. In the early part of the 20th century, the working conditions for workers were horrible, up to and probably a little bit past the Great Depression. But unions gave the workers a voice so that when the employers tried to give them 12-hour shifts or lock them into the factory before they couldn't leave for a bathroom break and these other kind of things, the unions would argue and have the employees saying, if you want our guys to come do the job for you, they're going to have these working conditions or none of us will be there. So they wouldn't be able to perform their operation. There's union labor and there's non-union labor. A lot of people know about that. Pepsi was a union shop, and union operating engineers, which my father was, and other types of union employees, they were implored by union like peer pressure of other union members and by the union itself to use union products, and Coke was not a union product. Pepsi was the union product. So of the two, a union man has to opt for Pepsi for political reasons.